Hey, welcome to the program, everybody. My first guest today is going to be Khail Anonymous here on the mildly familiar show. I almost called it the Gage Agnew show, but it's kind of what it is. Before this, I realized I have never had an actual conversation with Khail before. I mean, we've exchanged DMs a few times. I saw him once at a party, and never a full conversation, but that's what we're here for. We're here to learn more about this man.
You ever been to a party where everything is going swell? And you turn to somebody, you say, I'm Gage, I hope you're well. And they say, we've met before. And you say, oh no, I knew they looked mildly familiar. Mildly familiar, oh no.
Hey, everybody, it's a new show. It's called Mildly Familiar, and I'm mildly familiar with Khail Anonymous. Welcome.
Hey, man, I'm mildly familiar with you, too.
How did we meet each other? We met each other at like a Smash Brothers party.
It
And
was
then
cooler
I'm like-
than that. I mean, does that sound like cool pitch?
I mean, it's cool to me. I love Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met, and then we just followed each other, and then I'm like, oh, I like what you did, and you're like, oh, I like what you did. And that's how the friendship started, dare I say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it was a cool party. It was fun, like everyone there was pretty cool. So yeah, Smash Brothers party. Have one.
Yeah, have a Smash Brothers party. They have an okay online system.
At best, yeah.
My leading question for this entire interview was, who's your Smash Brothers main?
King DDD. I know he's like
Wow.
a joke character, but like the feeling of just being able to like land one hit and it do so much damage is like worth all the times I get hit around like a balloon.
I love joke characters because afterwards people are like, I can't believe I lost to Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah. Because I'll see like all these people with their intense quick moves and they're like kicking each other's asses, and occasionally they'll be like, King DDD, I'm kicking his ass. And then like not even care, not even think that I'm any sort of challenge.
Not even a whim to their will.
Yep. And then one time they accidentally roll and I'm charging up and then I hit him and then it's all over. And I'm just like at the winning screen, just doing his little like slap his belly thing. Worth it. Worth all the risk.
Can't believe I lost to fucking King DDD.
Yeah. What was yours? What is yours? What's your main?
A Wii Fit Trainer and Pac-Man.
Oh, okay. But Pac-Man is like good though, right?
Is he? I feel like I've heard several people complain about him. I'm not a pro Smash player, just
Okay.
to clarify.
I would love to get good at Piranha Plant because that seems like a good one to like not want to get beat by.
Oh yeah.
Like get beat by a plant.
That's how we rank our characters. I'm like, who's the most embarrassing to get beat by? Let's see, Mr. Game & Watch, Wii Fit Trainer, DDD.
Well, we're playing the long game. We want to know what the result is, not what's going on in the match.
Who has the stupidest victory screen?
Yeah. Who's going to make them lose sleep at night? So that's the show, is you just like, it's kind of like to learn a little bit more about someone who you're mildly familiar with.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. I know all these people because you meet a lot in LA, and sometimes you click with them, sometimes you don't, and I want to get to know a lot more of them.
Yeah, that's great. This is a great way to do it. Like it's good to have like a sort of base premise too, rather than just be like, hey, we should go bowling sometime. That's like a hard sell for someone you don't really know that well.
Okay, how would you rank social media familiarness? Like, is it too intense to friend someone on Facebook, or should you follow them on Twitter first, or should you get their number, or should you get their Snapchat? How would you rank that?
I think you got something fun and like not committal, like right out of the gate. Like you said, I would start with Twitter. I've had people that I've worked with on set. Well, no, that I've had people I've had a meeting with, and then later on in that day they add me on Facebook, and I'm like, whoa. Whoa!
Exactly.
First of all, that was all work stuff, and you literally want an access point to see what I dressed as for Halloween. You're gonna see me like hugging my mom. Like, that's way too much information for you to get. Why don't you just follow me on either Instagram or Twitter, see my terrible little memes, look at my pictures of me like with a coffee or whatever. I've never done that, but that's an example. Yeah, get that stuff and then make a joke on those, and then we'll kind of like vibe Facebook. But yeah, no, that's yeah, right out of the gate, Facebook ad, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not gatekeeping. I'm just trying to make sure
because
that,
there
like,
are certain levels where you have to
relationship.
I feel like a dick saying it, but like you can't just ask for someone's phone number out of the gate nowadays, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, I haven't like had to do the whole like dating thing, but like I know people are like, add your Snapchat or add your Instagram. They're never like, add me on LinkedIn, you know, or add me on
LinkedIn's
Facebook.
intense, man. That's like the top level. I would put that above phone number.
Really?
No. Now that I say that, I'm like, no,
I
guess not.
If you're meeting someone in a club and you're just like, hey, you're really beautiful. Will you add me on LinkedIn? Like, that is a little intense. Can you recommend me? I'm up for a VP position. That'd be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, you never know who you're going to meet at the club. Ooh, another question. You have an affinity for snacks. We were just talking about snacks before this. So what's your newest snack food now that we're in quarantine?
That is an interesting question. I just kind of have been... it's right here. I do a lot of nuts because they're good, like they're a good snack that'll fill you up and they give you a lot of energy and they're pretty good for you, and they do like a lot of crazy fucking flavors now. They're just like, we can make nuts taste like anything. So these are the sriracha ones. They're like whatever. They have like wasabi ones. They have salt and vinegar ones. But this is easy and they're always on the shelves. They don't run out of them. So, and you can order these online, and like people are stupid and aren't stocking up on these, but yeah, nuts are a pretty solid choice.
Nuts are expensive though. I bought like a nut pack at Trader Joe's for like $8, just like a big pouch of them.
Yeah. But I mean, you only need like a handful really to like get through like a snack phase, because they are filling. And when I did a 24-hour live stream, I asked people, I was like, oh, I need to like keep my energy. And everyone that pitched nuts, they were like, yo, I work at a hospital. I'm a doctor and I have to work like 20-hour shifts. Like, I eat nuts that give you energy. And like someone else was like, oh, I work construction and sometimes we have to stay up. They always suggest like nuts. They're always like, oh, peanuts or almonds or whatever. So I think, that's kind of like a little bit of a cheat, like a life pro tip sort of thing.
Life hack, dare I say.
It's a life hack, yeah. Get those nuts in your life.
Yeah, I suppose if you could just eat a handful and be done with them, it's not like you're going to get through the pouch.
I'm not pounding this. Like, I'm not. This isn't like a serving size for me. This is like, I'll have like a small handful. I'll eat those and then I'll put them away, just so I'm not like eating a bag of chips or something like that. Did you find yourself with a new snack during the quarantine?
Not really, but recently I've just been doing apple with peanut butter. I don't know how good that is for you, but
apple is great.
Filling.
Apple is another form. Apparently, an apple has the same energy as a cup of coffee. I'm sure it's more natural energy, but
yeah, probably with fructose it kind of balances out. I never thought about that. Damn, I was like wanting to get a coffee before this, but I settled on water. Like,
well, you're gonna fall asleep with that water. Yeah, I just have this coffee left over. Do you care about like my coffee? Okay, so my coffee got cold. I don't care. I'll just keep drinking this cold coffee. But pizza is something that people legitimately care about. Do you care about cold pizza? Will you eat cold pizza?
It depends on my mood. If it's like breakfast time, I'll eat cold pizza. I'm just getting up. I don't eat pizza as much anymore, but if it's like at a party late at night and there's like a lukewarm piece of pizza there, I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stick it in the microwave wherever that is.
Yeah. That's a danger zone. You're right. That's a dangerous situation. But people are like adamant about not eating cold pizza. They're like, absolutely not. And honestly, I think those people don't like pizza. I think if you can't bring yourself to eat cold pizza, you don't actually like pizza.
You see, I have a similar theory with coffee because people are like, yeah, I like coffee with cream and sugar. And I'm like, well, you don't like coffee. You like the cream and sugar.
Yeah, you like a sugar drink is what you like.
Yeah,
It's like, this is
Coca-Cola.
This is sugared to high hell. This is the sugar-free vanilla creamer. I don't have an affinity for coffee. I couldn't tell you what a Sumatra tastes like.
Ooh.
I'm not like sipping it and going, that's a good roast, good blend.
No, I just have a Keurig and it gets the job done all right.
Oh, what's your favorite of the Keurigs?
Right now, I'm hooked on Pete's.
Pete's. Oh, okay.
Pete's coffee.
All right. Everyone loves the Donut House one or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a little too watery for my taste, but I suppose if you like that sort of thing.
Some people see they can't commit to the actual coffee itself.
Yeah, I've been trying to drink black just to cut out weight recently, so I have like a sugared flavored coffee like once a week.
Yeah, it sounds like from the sounds of it, there's a lot of things you cut out.
Well, I cut out like fast food, soda. What else did I cut out? Yeah, just eating out a lot because I never pack my lunch, but now that I'm home, I can cook lunch and I don't have to fight in the grocery store. So I've been just like grilling chicken, eating mixed vegetables. It's been nice.
Yeah, I find that like with the chicken especially, it's just about finding ways to season it to make it so you don't want to kill yourself from just eating chicken.
Yes. Pro tip out there, please season your chicken.
Please season your chicken. My go-to is Cajun. If you Cajun your chicken, it's glorious. Unless you don't like spicy food. Are you a not like spicy food person?
I like spicy food. It's not like hot wings. You got to do the challenge hot. That's where I draw the line.
Right.
But like curry and stuff, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. My sister, I just learned my sister's new boyfriend doesn't like spicy food, and like
just at all.
Yeah, just at all. And that's such a hard way to live, in my opinion. Like you said, it doesn't need to be a competition. You don't need to challenge your body with hot, which there's a time and place. Sometimes it's fun, like whoa, that's crazy hot. But sometimes it's just like it's fun to give your body that like spiciness. But if you just don't like it, what?
You're cutting yourself off from a whole area of food.
Cajun and Mexican food and some types of I think Indian food, like even spicy curry,
I would say Indian, yeah.
If anybody watching this doesn't like spicy food, I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry you don't like food.
Yeah. Try something mildly spicy and work your way up from there.
Yeah, you train yourself.
Find your ceiling.
Training, spicy train. That's what they do with their quarantine time. Some people are learning yoga. Some people are learning writing a novel. They're just trying to get good at spicy food.
Spice tolerance, as it's called.
Yeah.
What have you been watching? Any media recommendations to give to the people out there?
I just started watching Schitt's Creek, which this is my third time trying to watch it, and I like it now.
It took you 3 times?
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. They're deplorable. They're deplorable human beings, and that's supposed to be where the humor comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wasn't in the mood to watch people being awful.
Oh,
and
I see.
So yeah, and so it took me a few times, and then I just got to be okay, I got to get into that zone. But yeah, that, and I've only seen the first episode of Westworld this season, because that's another one where I'm just if I put this on, I gotta be ready for this thing to screw around with my head. So sometimes I'm just not ready. Sonic the Hedgehog, I watched a second time now because it's way better than it should be. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. It's fine. It's by the numbers, but it works.
Yeah, but what's your favorite video game movie?
Detective Pikachu, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the only other answer. There's only 2 answers right now.
People say Mortal Kombat. People say
But that's kind of almost ironic. That's almost I like Mortal Kombat because I was a child when Mortal Kombat came out.
That's very, very true. It's a very nostalgia thing.
Yeah, there's no like grown ass man that saw that when it came out as a grown ass man. It was just
That's
like,
true.
now that's good cinema. Like, it was just like, whoa, it's cool when he said get over here.
If you're just kind of scrolling through the channels and you see it, you'd be like, I'll skip this one. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I've seen
unless
Mortal
I'm
Kombat.
high, and then I'd be like, yeah, Mortal Kombat, let's go.
What have I been watching recently?
Yeah, what have you been watching?
I watched that Happy Show on Netflix. That was like the sci-fi original one. It was all right.
Okay.
Patton Oswalt, Christopher Mulaney.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I think I watched like half an episode, and then it's like it's really frantic, right?
Yeah, it's really hyper and it's really fast paced. And yeah, it was all right. I watched 2 whole seasons of it, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Wait, you watched 2 whole seasons the whole time, thinking, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't know I get invested in these projects.
Yeah, this is that you got the what is it? The sunk cost fallacy, where you like put in enough time where you're like, well, now I got to finish this damn thing.
Have you ever had one of those friends that is like, oh, you got to watch this show. You got to skip through the first several seasons, but then it gets good.
That happened with The Wire, which I'm sure is good, but everyone is like, yeah, listen, the first 2 seasons are just trash. You just got to get through the first 2 seasons. I'm like, so you're telling me to chunk out a part of my life based on your recommendation? Like, I just can't. I'm not friends enough with anyone that they can make a huge decision on my life like that just yet.
You don't have a friend that it's like, okay, this is my favorite TV show and you have to watch it. Just the first 2 seasons are absolute garbage.
I mean, I feel like they did that with Battlestar Galactica, but it didn't take that long for it to get good.
Yeah, I
you
can't
seen
watch
that
whole.
show?
I haven't. No.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you to do it because that would be me flexing that.
You can tell me what to do it. I don't care.
Listen, it's like 200,000 seasons, but just once you get past the first 100,000. No, I also watched Dave, which is the Lil Dicky show on FX.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty good. It's like alternative comedy in that it's kind of cringe comedy where you get the humor out of the fact that everything bad is happening to them and like everything isn't good, and it's just kind of like funny on that. But yeah, it's pretty good. There's a whole episode about depression, which I didn't see coming.
I love that shit.
Yeah, no, and it's really well done. The depression episode is and there's like a bipolar episode. It's really well done. You don't see those kind of episodes coming.
I gotta check those out. They're all on Hulu right now because FX has like a deal with them. Yeah.
Yeah, thank God, because who's getting a Hulu app or a FX app? I'm not.
Yeah, FXX.
Just I need that. Like I need a Quibi app.
A Quibi app and an NBC streaming service.
Oh my God, Peacock. They got. I forgot they had an app too.
You know what's the only thing that's making me consider Peacock?
30 Rock?
They're making a MacGruber series. And I'm like, I might have to get Peacock in that case.
Oh, how much is that though? How much is Peacock?
I don't think they've had a price yet, but
I got the whole CBS app to watch the Twilight Zone episode, the Twilight Zone season.
How is that?
Not good. Very.
Did you watch all of it?
Subtle. Yes, I watched the whole thing, and they missed the mark. They somehow are even less subtle than the actual Twilight Zone show itself, the original.
Right.
This one, they're like right out of the gate, they're like, this one is about Black Lives Matter, and you're just like, whoa, no, just like let me figure it out, like there's just no subtlety to it. And like their message is what they were trying to get to a lot of the time were like good. They just didn't know how to get there in like a compelling way, like Black Mirror would.
Right. I can't watch Black Mirror. It's like too anxiety inducing for me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, that's a little too close to reality. I can't watch that.
Yeah, no, it's intense. It's an intense thing to watch. And then especially there's one that is like, there's a suicide in it, and then there's one where a guy gets trapped forever in something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's like, do you remember in Inception when the guy gets stuck in the very, 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 very bottom level
Sure, yeah.
of eternity? Yeah, there's like an episode that's like that, the whole thing. So
Ooh, the rating system is the one that got me the most, where you rate people, and I'm like, that's not too far off. It's right around the corner.
Nosedive. Nosedive. Watch. Hold on. Check this out.
Oh my god. I love it.
I have an art print of Nosedive.
I love it.
I love that episode. That episode was obviously there's this one was written by, oh my god, why can't I think of her name?
Oh, Rashida Jones.
Yeah, Rashida Jones co-wrote this episode.
I really liked the episode. It was just, but I'm like, man, this is going to happen in a year.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely,
or it's already happening for all I know.
I mean, it already is. Your whole status, your whole like life changes if you're like doing really well on social. You know what I mean? Like if you have a blue check mark next to your name, your interactions on Twitter are just like so much easier. You can like actually talk to someone else with a blue check mark on your name and not feel ignored. Like I'm not even trying to brag. I'm just like, it fucking sucks. That's the only way to get things done.
Not to rag on the blue check mark too much, but it astounds me which people get blue check marks and which people don't. I see people with like 10,000 followers just not get check marks, and people with like 1,000 get one.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Who's making these calls?
Some people just, I guess, know somebody. I don't know. Yeah, it's super weird. There's people that have hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube, but it just doesn't translate to Twitter. I don't know. It's even harder to get a check mark on Instagram. So,
oh yeah, they do have check marks on Instagram. I totally forgot about
that.
See,
you didn't even know. Like, and even YouTube, they have check marks on YouTube. Why? Why do you need a check mark on YouTube at all? Even
I can see like someone with like the same profile picture and the same name try to masquerade as another channel, and you're like, oh, I watched something by Khail the other day that he's like, hey, I hate you
know what, in that way I guess it would be the only place that I could think. Well, no, Instagram needs it more too, so maybe Twitter is the only place that doesn't really need the check marks that much. Oh,
speaking of like Instagram and Twitter and all that, what's your favorite ad campaign of all time? It could be Geico, or it could just be a commercial.
My immediate reaction was there's one called The Book, but the only reason I know of that one is because I like the parody version where someone edited it to like all the lines are different.
For some reason, I thought, I'm like, he'd be quick on this. He'd like pull out a Geico commercial or something.
Yeah, no, I can tell you that my first ever favorited video on YouTube is a commercial. So like I have a ton of like favorited like videos that I favored on YouTube since I've created an account. The very first one I favorited was a Walmart commercial where it's a little kid is having a party and the dad dresses as a clown and he's going to jump in and surprise the kids and be like, hey, I'm a clown. But he jumps in and steps on a toy and just like screams, and the kids turn around and there's just this clown going, ah! And all the kids run away. And yeah, I think I remember that being my first YouTube video that I was like, I'm gonna save that.
I'm gonna save this for later, just in case.
So maybe that's my favorite.
Have you seen the New Zealand one where they're talking about drunk driving and it's a kid's birthday party and everyone's having fun, and you just see a car like flip off screen like towards the kid and it cuts to black at the last second. They're like, drunk driving's no joke, bitch.
I haven't, but New Zealand does a lot of those. I saw one where they're both driving and then it stops and there's like starts slowly moving, and then both of the people get out of their car and they're like, hey man, you can't hit me, like I've got my kid in the car, and he goes, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. And they're just like, oh no, and they both have to get in their car again, and then it does the crash. Yeah, New Zealand doesn't give a shit. They don't want you to die. But that's great. I wish we had like scary ads over here.
No, we just have Pee Wee Herman going, this is crack.
What? We had a Pee Wee Herman, this is crack
Have you
commercial?
not seen this?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna have to stop this temporarily because this is something you gotta see.
Okay.
This is crack. Rock cocaine.
Why Pee Wee Herman? And then why nobody carries their crack cocaine in a little vial? We're not The Witcher, you know, like.
What blows my mind about that too is it's the character Pee Wee Herman. It's not Paul Rubens, which would have been kind of okay, I guess. But it's just like, let's dress up Pee Wee to talk about crack. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, what that means is that crack cocaine exists in the Pee Wee universe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no, like, Pee Wee's Playhouse, even if it exists in a different carefree world, there's still crack cocaine there. That means Cherry, or I think that's the name of the chair. Cherry could get addicted to crack. Does Cherry have a nose? Because you need a nose.
I think the cushion is like her nose.
Oh, that's the worst thing ever. It's the worst part to have be the nose. Oh, poor Cherry. Cherry's got a shitty life.
That's like their baseline reality too. You got to think about their baseline is just insanity all the time. They have like a word of the day and everything.
Yeah, you have to scream.
And they can up that. They can up that energy with crack cocaine. It's amazing. Yes,
there could be a crack cocaine episode where one of them finds crack cocaine, and then everything is the word of the day. They're just screaming about everything. Imagine you're in the Pee Wee universe and you just like have a headache. You know what I mean? Like, and then someone says the word of the day and you're like, just like there's situations in which that universe sucks to be in.
Is it just Pee Wee's Playhouse? Because like in the movie, the world seems normal around him.
Oh, so he does But in the movie, he just lives in a normal house and everything doesn't.
That's true. There's no Pee Wee's Playhouse in the movie universe. Okay.
Right. So then maybe the Pee Wee's Playhouse is in his head.
Ooh.
And he actually exists. So when we're watching Pee Wee's Playhouse, it's in his head or in his imagination. And then when we're watching the movies, we're seeing his actual reality. This is messed up. I wish I didn't know this. I wish I just knew about crack cocaine.
I like it, though. That's a game theory right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's just a theory. Does he talk like that in real life, MatPat?
I don't know. I don't know.
At Matt? Which is the real arrangement? MatPat or Matt?
It's MatPat, I'm pretty sure.
Is his name Matthew Patrick?
Matthew Patrick 13. That's his full name.
13 is his full name?
No. That's just his, like, alias.
Matthew Patrick is his name?
So he says. I'm not sure. I'm not a MatPat aficionado.
Okay, MatPat's real name. That's what you can title this video.
What's MatPat's real name?
MatPat's real name is Matthew Robert Patrick. That's the whitest name on the planet. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, if you said that name, I'd be like, oh, yeah.
That's a white dude. Yeah.
That guy's a white guy. Yeah, Matthew Robert Patrick. Love MatPat. Met him in person at a Fallout 4 release event.
Oh, damn. You said Fallout, and I'm like, oh, God, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, really. As a fan, it could fall any fucking place. I'm glad I never got a Fallout tattoo. First of all, I don't really want a video game tattoo.
Do you have any tattoos?
I have one tattoo. It's, you know what? Technically, it is a Fallout tattoo, but technically, it also isn't a Fallout tattoo. It's a song lyric right here, but the song is in Fallout. I got it during a bachelor party, and I was drunk.
I was going to say.
But I had wanted it. Like for years.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like for a video or something. Like, let's do a crazy thing and get like a Fallout tattoo.
That's a great title for a video. That's how we live our lives. Oh man, that's a great title for a video. Well, gotta do that video now. But yeah, no, what had happened was the whole bachelor party was like 3 or 4 days long. Had happened. We were on the last night. Then literally everything that could happen at a bachelor party, like, someone dying, had happened. And I was just like, well, except for someone didn't get a tattoo. Someone has to get a tattoo. And everyone was like, I don't get a tattoo. I'm going to sleep. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta be the person to go get that tattoo. So I went and I got a tattoo.
What song is it?
It's from Way Back Home. The Bing Crosby song, and it ends with the life the loveliest, the love the liveliest, and I got the life the loveliest on my back.
That's great.
Yeah, I hate the font, but the thing is cool. I like the tattoo. I don't like the font. It's like weird. It's like weird half cursive, but whatever. So it's whatever. Hey, it could be worse. I could have gotten like a butterfly.
You could have got like a mom tattoo, like a basic
mom.
bitch.
Do you have a tattoo?
I do not. No,
Do you have something in mind that you would get?
The only thing that I have in mind is the nerdiest shit ever, but it's like a Gyarados coming out of a Pokeball, like on my right arm. But I don't think I would ever go through with that.
Wait, on your right arm, like it would be the whole arm?
No, it would just be like the forearm.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so it'd be the Pokeball.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually kind of dig that. I actually kind of like that it's not just a Gyarados and it's not just a Pokeball. It's like a kind of like an action.
I have a very distinct Gyarados tattoo in mind. Any tattoo artist in LA, hit me up.
Yeah, get that Gyarados going. Gyarados, way OP. I don't know if you played the new Pokemon game.
Yeah, I played it through. Like the new Pokemon is just kind of like comfort food to me. I'm like, yeah, I played it. It's Pokemon. I know what happens. It's great.
I am completely with you on that.
But he's way OP.
Yeah, that game was. I know that there's a complexity to Pokemon, but that game was definitely for children. It was just too easy. Like my fine-tuned Pokemon knowledge brain destroyed that game. I didn't die like once. I decimated everyone in my path, and like it wasn't even an issue. Like the last guy was a challenge. He like fainted all but like maybe one or two Pokemon.
Right.
And then I beat him and I was like, oh no, that's the end now. It finally got difficult. But yeah, no, that game was, like you said, it was comfort food. It felt good to like have a Pokemon and be like, well, I'm gonna make you the best, you know. But
yeah, it what was the other?
What was your first Pokemon game?
Red and Blue.
Red and Blue. All right.
Yeah, they pitched that game like, this is for hardcore Pokemon fans. This Let's Go shit, that's for babies. That's your first time Pokemon thing. This is for real men.
Yeah. I could have beat that game when I was 6, dude. Like, they're like, oh, the next guy is a grass type. Okay, well, fucking all fire Pokemon. Like, what? Okay, beat him with one guy, one move, one guy, all the way through.
Hey, flamethrower, remember that? I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. It's like, why not have like one gym trainer have 2 types of Pokemon? I'm like, oh no, they're still using the old system, you know? You think their Pokemon world would evolve, but no. And also, Ash is still having a hard time. Come on.
Oh, Ash won the Alolan Pokemon League in the anime.
Yeah.
So,
but how long has he been trying to do this?
I don't know, 5 years or so in his timeline, I guess.
I would like to see him grow up. I want to see like grown up. Well, I don't want to see grown up Ash.
He's just on the couch being like, you remember those days.
Just like Pikachu can't even like get up. He's like,
oh man, that saddens me. Just like a Pikachu, like an old dog, just lying there, and they're like, "Hey,
aww.
Pikachu, do a trick," and he's like,
"Oh, poor Pikachu."
Poor Pikachu.
He really doesn't have that long a lifespan. You know what I mean? Like a hamster only lives like 3 years.
Aww.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. See, we got dark once we started talking about Pokemon. I don't know.
We almost got back up on the hill, but then we went downhill with Pokemon lifespans.
Pokemon brought us down. I saw an ad for Pokemon Go on Twitter yesterday, which is the most inappropriate ad I've gotten probably during this, which is like, I can't go. I can't go outside. And they're like, oh, there's new Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I'm like, great.
You know this about me. I love Pokemon Go. I've been playing it like since day one, and I'm still doing the walks. They keep me sane, and they give me some like a goal on my walk. I'm like, all right, I'm going to hit this gym. I'm going to put something in there, and then I'm going to go back home. The Pokemon Go is my main motivation for exercise nowadays.
I mean, that's great. Do you remember how fucking awesome it was when it was the hottest thing in the world. It
Absolutely.
was so cool.
That's like the opposite of what's going on right now.
yeah,
Everyone's
exactly.
out of their house. Now everyone's in their house.
Yeah, exactly. But it was such a crazy moment. I remember there was a park by my house, and I went over there to catch some Pokemon, and I ran into several people that I knew, and like we sat there and chatted, and then they were like, "Oh, there's Pokemon over at the boardwalk in Santa Monica." So I planned to go there, and I ran into a bunch of friends over there, and like,
God, that's
it
a
was such a
fucking
great
magical
moment.
time. Yeah.
And like even people that weren't like super into games or gamers or whatever were still like getting into it, and they would start speaking gaming terms and logic. It was a really cool moment.
Everyone
Man, I
was-
wish we could have another one of those.
They tried to do that.
They tried with Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what they did. They're like, everyone's going to be Harry Potter now, and it's going to be the next big thing. And I'm like, well, we've kind of been there.
Did
Done
you
that.
try it?
Nah.
You didn't even try it?
I wasn't even
So
enticed to
dedicated.
try it. I'm just like, I got
Okay.
Pokemon Go. There's only one space for an AR game in my heart.
If there was more AR games in your heart, you'd be like, you'd have two phones. You're like, gonna catch a Pikachu, defeat a
Defeat a
dragon
Baltimore.
on this side. Yes, no, yes.
No, that's too much receiving for me. But yeah, I gotta wrap this up just because I'm having a great time, but this is literally on my lunch break when I'm doing this. So my last question to you, Mr. Khail, is that any tips of the trade you can impart on me and this newly minted talk show as an interviewer yourself?
Yeah, just evolve. I would say, just keep an eye out on what you like, and I wouldn't say focus on what you don't like. Just focus on what you like, add more to that. I think evolution is like absolutely the most important thing, and then realizing when you didn't like something. But as far as interviewing people, I mean, you're awesome at it. I mean, you got a good flow. Like,
Oh,
this
thanks,
is great.
man.
Yeah, this is great. I had a great time. This is fun. I can't wait to see who you have on next. The questions were great and interesting. So yeah, as far as just anything and everything, it's always about evolving. But this is great.
But thank you so much for spending the time with me over here. I really appreciate it, man. You took a chance on me, and I think it panned out all right.
Well, now I'm more familiar, and I'm glad that I am.
Yeah. And now you're a little more familiar with Khail Anonymous. Whoa, thanks for watching. And special thanks to Khail Anonymous for being my guest today. And super duper special thanks to Aaron Overton and Michelle Stanford. Aaron provided the lovely music that you heard, and Michelle did the storyboards. They looked and sounded amazing. If you like Aaron and Michelle, links to them will be in the description down below. And hey, I started a Patreon. I know, everyone's super excited. Please subscribe. Have a great day. High five. That was you high-fiving me. Not me clapping.